People think being creative is fun all day, but I think it's really exhausting. Most people think like, oh, I'm sure she loved jewelry, whatever. I did love jewelry, but I started Casa because I had to pay bills. Last year, I almost sold Casa. And this was the year that we hit 1 million.
Hey guys, welcome back to That's So Akiba podcast season 2. Today, my guest is Karly from Kasa Karly, one of the most inspiring women that I love to follow, $1 million entrepreneur. And I'm just so excited to share her with you guys because really her story is so powerful and she's so truly authentic to herself and about what it takes to build a brand, what it takes to be a wife, what it takes to be a mother. And that just inspires me the most. What is Samara?
Samara is a type of earring that Kasa Karly created. Went absolutely viral. There's other brands who have gone to my manufacturer and they're like, do you guys sell Samaras? How can I make Samaras?
What internally said, I can do this?
When you become a mom, you become scared. So now before it was, I just had to provide for myself. Now I had to provide for myself and for Maverick. I believe in myself because why not? Welcome to That's So Akiba podcast. My name is Karly.
And
today we're partying.
Sarah's
having some fun.
You know what? I'm really excited because we're gonna this won't be the first episode that comes out, but we're gonna just tell everyone that this is the first episode we're filming. And in the coolest and weirdest way, it just so happens that we were supposed to have plans yesterday. And then you're like, we could just shoot the shit on the podcast. It's not a big deal. It could be the same as if we went to go get a matcha together. And I loved that we did that because I kind of needed that down to earth feeling.
Yeah.
Even this morning, waking up for this podcast in particular, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to talk again.
Yeah.
I get like that now. I'm just kind of, yeah.
Just in your mood where you're like, I don't know if I'm ready to. Well, being creative is really hard. People think being creative is fun all day, but I think it's really exhausting. It's like an energy depleter in a good way, but you do need to restore after.
Totally.
Yeah.
But we're also not just creatives. I think within it, we're hustlers.
Oh my gosh.
You're a mother.
You stress about so many things throughout the day. You're like, did I do this? Did I pay this? Did I get this done? So then by the time you're creative, you're like, I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
After Ivan and I talk on the podcast, we won't talk for 2 hours. We'll just sit in the car in silence, no radio, nothing, and just hear nothing.
You know, I never anymore listen to music on my way to work.
Oh yeah,
I am with myself.
Yeah, I enjoy the peace.
Me too, so much. But I used to be the girl who full blast in the car.
Music.
Oh my God. If I could have those old school 90s, boom, boom, that would be me. My brothers, that's how I was raised. That's what they had in their car.
You're married now.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel the same. I feel like I had a big problem with commitment before. After 2 years, I'd be like, I'm done with this. Or I'd have an out. And I feel like right now, you don't just say, oh, I'm out. You know what I mean? I think that was my defense mechanism to not getting too close, or before they give up on you, you give up on them type of thing. I mean, can I be completely honest? I say, I want a divorce once a week. Do you ever? No, you don't say that. Those aren't words. Do you ever?
I was at home yes, she does. No, I'm kidding.
And he's just like, we can't do that. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. We can't just do that. And I think that's my lesson. And I love Adam for that because he's just so good.
He's patient with you.
He's patient. He knows me, and he's like, "Oh, she's getting her period in 3 days," and it's true. I usually get my period 3 days after.
And you go crazy,
And I think that's the cool part for marriage. I don't want to be out. I want to do this. I want to learn my lessons. I know that he's my person, especially in this moment, to teach me.
I think
I don't know do you believe in forever that way?
I believe in forever if you want to have forever.
Yeah, I love that.
Because I think that there are people who just say listen, no matter what, I'm with this person forever. And then I know people who are if he ever gets out of line one day, we're done. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think I believe in it if you choose it. If you choose it.
I love that.
Because I don't think marriage is the easiest thing in the world. Even if you find your perfect partner, marriage just isn't easy. It's a lot of compromise. It's a lot of putting yourself second. And there's people all day who are you have to put yourself first, blah, blah, blah. You have to do this. You have to do that.
I don't agree with that.
And I don't agree with that.
No.
Because I do think that the whole point of saying I do to somebody is respecting that they're a part of you now and that they're important, their schedule's important, respecting that they might not want to do something you want to do. And again, just compromise, which is hard for people who have just always, played the books by themselves. Someone like you, who you're like, hey, I want to go to Vegas today, or I want to do this, I want to do that. You can go. And now you have to check with Adam, like, can you go? Can you take time off? Do you want to go?
Right.
Because that's a whole nother story,
Well, the beauty of that is, and I think, you have kids, it's a little different. The beauty of that is that with Adam, like, there's no limitations. He's never like, you can't go, or there's no jealousy. And I've never been with a man that's not like that. I think it's really nice that he allows me to be fully me. If I have to go somewhere tomorrow, it's no problem. I know that I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Now there's a difference, right? When I say, oh, I'm going to girls' night, and he's like, you're only telling me now? Like, I want to hang out. You know, like, he's like, I want to hang out. That's his way of doing it. But I think I totally agree with what you say, like the choice thing about marriage. Like, I chose to do this with him. You know, I chose to spend $400,000 on a wedding.
That's crazy. Do you regret that?
You know what? The week of, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we spending this money?
It's crazy.
On this weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when it happened, I was like, psh,
worth it.
Take all my money. Like, I wish I could repeat that weekend every weekend, because it was amazing. The love we felt, the people that came from all around the world. It was just like magical. It was like a really deep feel. And the way that I got to walk down that aisle, and I felt this angel energy.
It's like euphoric.
Wow. Like when I walked down that aisle, I was like, wow. Like, this is what it's supposed. It was a stage.
Your stage. It was a stage.
It was a stage.
I expected nothing less. It was a stage.
It was a whole moment.
And you worked with Kat, who does incredible work.
Oh my God, shout out to Kat.
Isn't she so wonderful?
So I grew up with Kat.
That's awesome.
Grew up with Kat. And we have a picture from like my 16th birthday in my house.
Stop.
She is magical. And the one thing I'll say about her, if there's anyone that needs a wedding planner, and it should be Kat, or like an event planner. Yeah.
Like, she thinks of everything.
She made me feel calm. Oh. There was never a moment where she's like, Sarah, you don't, like, there was never that moment. She's like, we can do that. Awesome. We can handle that. Don't worry about that. Like, all the little things that I look at, because you know how we are.
You have an eye, yeah.
She was like, don't worry, like, we'll take care of that. And I was like, can we move the chair? She's like, of course, don't worry, we'll move the chair. And I was,
oh my God.
Like, it was just
angel.
Peace. Yeah. Kat's good.
My wedding day was insane. I always pray and wish that there is ever a time that Ivan and I will renew our vows and I get to hire Kat, because we didn't. Well, we bailed last minute on our wedding. You know that we bailed, like, on our, we had this giant wedding plan. We had this huge mansion that we were gonna go get married at, and it was gorgeous. And then when I was like, we're spending how much money? I had just told Ivan, I was like, I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. Like, as a person who's like, I don't know, you think of like how many Samaras I had to sell to get this money. I think of how many home inspections Ivan had to do to get this money. Like, it's different when you think about it. Like, each Samara you're selling, let's say like $129, right?
So tell the listeners what a Samara is, because they don't know.
It's magic.
For those who don't know who you are
if you don't know what a Samara is, I'm very sad for you. Samara is a type of earring that Kasa Karly created for everyone out there who might not know.
And went absolutely viral.
It is a waterfall fringe style earring, but the fringe
I see it everywhere,
behind
that, right?
your earlobe. Oh, it's everywhere. It's my pride and joy, my baby. Yes. I love it so much. There's other brands who have gone to my manufacturer and they're like, do you guys sell Samaras?
Wow.
How can I make Samaras? Wow. And my manufacturer always is so like baffled, because the word Samara has now represented this earring.
Why is it that name?
So Samara, when I looked it up, it was just literally one day that I had looked up like a name that meant like godly, feminine, beautiful. Like, I was listing all these, type of words that I wanted this name to represent. And one of the names, Samara, popped up, and it was kind of like everything that I wanted it to mean. And I was like,
it's a beautiful name. And when I think of it, I see the earring.
Yeah. Like, when I have a daughter, maybe like another daughter, I name her Samara.
Love that. Well, it's kind of like Samira, my client.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would love that.
She's the best.
Or like a middle name. Yeah. So it was, when we started seeing the numbers, I just said, I don't know. And Ivan and I sat down and we had a heart to heart about it. And I was like, can we just get married in my sister's backyard? Which my little sister got married in that backyard. And I was like, this was such a beautiful wedding. We had hosted
Your wedding was gorgeous.
Yeah, we
Your
had
dress was gorgeous.
No one knew. It was in my sister's backyard.
You couldn't tell.
I mean, no, and her house
You had
is
a
just
tent,
giant and
I
gorgeous.
remember.
A giant tent, yes. And then our wedding itself became an actual disaster because I hired someone as a wedding planner that I was kind of like, she was new to it. She was like, oh, I want to do this for you. Like, I've done some weddings before, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, oh, you know what? This would be really sweet. Like, let's just give her the work and maybe we can take a bunch of content for her. Sarah, spend the money on a proper wedding planner. Like, Kat is the one who I wanted to work with. And I had told myself, like, no, let's give a chance, you know, and it bit me in the ass big time.
Wow.
Like, we had
Not on your wedding day. That's the one thing.
Oh, on your wedding day, you don't play around.
No.
You don't.
How did you handle that afterwards?
God, you know what? I think like in the midst of things, I was like really bummed about it because
you have this vision. It's your wedding. You worked on these visions.
Not
Absolutely.
only that, but my family wanted to be very hands-on with my wedding, and I had convinced them that we had it. And I was like, look, I don't want you guys like going crazy. I just want you guys to be my sisters this day. My best friend, I was like, I just want you to be my best friend this day. My mom, I just want you to be my mom. I don't want anybody setting up stuff and going crazy, which I thought that was gonna work out. But I thought that my family would be able to take a leave of absence and this one day not be party planners. And like what happened, all of us were in our dresses, like running around setting up stuff she hadn't done yet. Even me. Wow. Even me with like my makeup and everything, like doing my practice run with my veil. I was just noticing how much stuff was out of whack. My little sister and her friend were moving stuff around. We wanted a hookah area with sofas and stuff. And yeah, it was just like she showed up with her boyfriend and like no crew. And my sister came to me and she was like, I really hate to be the bearer of bad news, but like this is not going to get done in time. Wow. Like my sister and I set up our tent. The tent that came was like way too small for what we wanted. So we had to redo the floor plan the day of.
The day of?
Sarah,
they did that?
No, we did it.
Wow.
Like we set up the tables and stuff. And it was so annoying because I was like, the one thing I promised my family is they wouldn't have to do anything.
But did you have fun? Okay, let's think. Sidetrack. Did you have a good time?
Yes, I had a good time.
Yeah.
I wanted to rip her hair out. Like there was a few times where I was like, I could enjoy just going out front with her really quick.
Yeah.
But also too, I had told myself, I was like, you know what? I think that this person tried their best. I think that maybe I should have known who I am as a person, which is that I expect a certain type of professionalism and all these things
because we are that way. I think
we are that way.
That's a really telling thing. I think with employees,
everything,
like everything in life.
If I
people
tell
you hire because you would do it for them,
of
so
course.
why wouldn't we receive the same
If I tell
back?
you I'm going to get an elephant at your wedding, there will be an elephant there.
Absolutely.
I don't know how I would do it, but if I say I'm going to do it, I will steal one.
Not
from
everyone
the zoo.
is like that though.
But
not
no, they're
everyone
not.
is like that.
They just don't have the same. They're like, oh, sorry, we didn't have time to do it. What? Like, I don't know that word.
Yeah.
I am like, I will make it happen. I will get it done. And so I think I kind of had a realization with myself that, hey, this was that person's capacity. I gave it a shot. It didn't work out on my wedding day. Lesson learned, right? Bad time to learn a lesson.
Bad time.
Whatever. I think the amount of money that was lost, we might as well have just done it at the Howie Mansion where we wanted anyway. But whatever. When I look back at the wedding photos and things like that,
you would never think because
we had the best time.
Yeah.
Like Ivan had his cigar station. We had the hookah spot, even though my sister set it up. Like my sister was there doing like the shisha and stuff, and we were cracking up. Like we were supposed to do nothing, but
I love that.
It ended up being so hands-on and fun.
I feel like
you know?
that's the magic of a wedding is like no matter what, the worst can happen.
Yeah.
Right. And then it
just
still
like,
turns
whatever.
out it's about the love. It's
But
about the
I
love.
tell Ivan,
you know?
I'm like, hey, Kat is throwing my next birthday party and I'm going balls to the wall.
Amen.
With Kat. I was like,
Amen.
I'm just letting you know now.
Amen.
And I actually reached out to her because I want her to do, Casa is going to do a big event for February 22nd, 222.
Yes.
Duh. So I was like, I need Kat to do it. I need it to be just insane. Like if we have our own ice cream truck, like I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to be bougie and all out.
So I want to go back a little bit. Because you recently shared something, and I think that's something that's resonated with me, but I think can resonate with so many other people, is your story of Casa. And it's such a powerful story of how you got to Casa and like also single mom, like that whole era of your life. And I really just, if you could give us just like a little snippet and then tell me like your biggest lesson within those moments.
Gosh, there were so many hard lessons that were good lessons. Next year will be 8 years with Casa, which is crazy to even think. But I started Casa. Most people think like, oh, I'm sure she loved jewelry, whatever. I did love jewelry, but I started Casa because I had to pay bills. I had found out that the guy that I was with at the time was basically cheating on me for a very long time, like an embarrassing amount of time. And when I found out how embarrassing it was, I actually just talked about it yesterday on my TikTok too, which is so funny. But I was like, one of the girls who was the model is the way I found out, because I had put a story post like, I'm looking for people to model, and she submitted me like this resume with this whole story about why she wants to be a part of Casa and this whole thing, and she was one of the girls, which I thought was insane because I became close to her. She modeled my brand, all these things. And then one day sends me like screenshots like, oh, I just wanted you to know, like this, that. Why are you mad at me? Like, I'm just being a girl's girl. I was like, why am I mad at you? You asked to be a part of my brand when you were like visiting my ex while he was at work.
Wow.
That's so weird. Mind you, I lived with him. I thought like, you
were
like
marrying
that
him.
it was going to be fine. Yeah, whatever. I kick him out of the house, and then he refuses to help me with any bill, and was like kind of like, hey, you're on your own if you
How
don't
old were
want
you
to
at
pay
this
the
time?
bills. Oh my God, I was like a child. I want to say I was 23,
Okay,
22,
okay.
23. Which, think about
So
you as a
you started-
23-year-old.
Well, like 21, I lost my dad. I was on my own.
Oh,
there
awful.
was nothing to it. It was like 21,
That's
done.
it.
Here are your bills. Like I
Yeah.
can't take care of you anymore.
Of course.
And
You have to
that
figure
was
it out.
Yeah.
I have been on my own since I was 18. So I moved out into Coconut Grove. And since then I had always like made my own way. And when I was at that age and we were separating, I had just left my job at Lexus that took me forever to get there. I was a car salesman for a bunch of years and I was phenomenal at it. And then I was one of the youngest finance managers, and I was terrible at it. Because I was like, this isn't fun at all. Like, no one wants to buy what you're selling and everyone thinks that you're the bad guy. I hated it. So I decided to quit it, and I could do my new boutique full time. And then my life fell apart because I like now was paying bills by myself. All I had was this brand new boutique. And I was like, what do I do? So I took a table, like a regular beer pong table, if you will, a fold out table. And I sat out back of Lincoln's Beard Brewery with a sheet because I couldn't afford to go buy like the tablecloths pretty. And I put all my jewelry on display. And my stepdad, who owned his jewelry brand, so that's how I grew
in Key
up.
West, right?
In Ocean Reef.
Ocean Reef.
So I grew up around jewelry my whole life, but like estate pieces, diamonds,
Right,
gold, like
right.
all these beautiful pieces. And when I told him, like, hey, I just kind of want to see if I can sell some of your silver, that's how the idea of Casa came to life, was because I was able to sell on my stories. So I told him what had happened, and like we broke up in the whole 9 yards, and he's like, take more jewelry and go sell it and you'll be able to make your money. So that's what I did. I sat at this brewery and I was there like Fridays and Saturdays. And while everyone was getting wasted, they would just come visit me in the back. The girls would shop with me. I used to style people. Like my dad used to drink a beer and just sort of like, watch over me while I was there selling. And it was great, It was way too tight paying my bills. Even though I was making money, it was like all going towards expenses. And then the business itself has expenses, obviously. So my stepdad said, hey, your life is kind of insane. Why don't you move to my house that I have here in the Keys and come work from the Ocean Reef store? And my stepdad and I became like closer than ever. I mean, he had been around my whole life. So this moment, we just became like besties. And he helped teach me how to buy and resell. He helped teach me about like fixing pieces, cutting them, changing batteries on watches. Like it was
Wow.
this whole world. And I made
So
great
you learned
commission
all that
selling
from
there.
him?
Everything. Yeah, how to design pieces. Like it was fun. It was such a good time. And he got me into gemstones, like big
Because I see you, like even on socials, at least in the beginning, like you would always change things up yourself manually. Yeah.
That became what I was doing in the beginning, putting
Right.
charms on pieces.
Yes, I remember.
And then I just realized it's not sustainable. And so while most people like to do handmade stuff, I obviously focused on Casa being a much bigger company than what it
Right,
was.
you can't
and you can't
take it on
handmake,
like that.
handmake
No.
every piece and have a multi-million-dollar company, like unless you're maybe
Is your
like
company a
Chrome
multi-million-dollar
Hearts.
company?
It actually hit $1 million.
That is amazing.
It hit $1 million
When?
this year.
And how old are you now? If you don't mind me asking.
I almost said 29. I'm 31. I'm 32 in February.
32 in February.
I don't even know.
32 years old, and you have a $1 million company.
Brand. Isn't that insane? Do you know that?
It's not insane. It's
I didn't
powerful.
even know that it happened.
You believe in yourself, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. What gives you that? How do you believe in yourself?
You know, I give myself that right, like to believe in myself. I feel like everyone should, but it's because I just respect myself. Like I respect the hustle. I respect how I supplied for myself when I was 18. I respect how, you know, I treat others. I love who I am as a mother. I love who I am as a wife. And I think just I believe in myself because why not? You know, I see people who have harder stories, like Martha Stewart, who came out of jail and then she like bawled out. And I'm just like, yeah, go girl. Yeah. Like, I just think that we were given a gift. God put us here on this earth. We have special qualities. And I just feel like I respect myself and I have to believe in myself.
Do you
know?
ever have moments like setbacks where you're
Every
like,
week.
I don't want to get
Every
up today?
week. Last year, I almost sold Casa.
Really?
And this was the year that we hit 1 million.
What causes your setbacks? Like, give me an example.
What happens is like you make stupid decisions, and as your grows, you make financial mistakes when you first start that cost you $500. And then last year we made a financial mistake that cost me 6 figures.
I think this was the marketing team, right?
Right.
I follow you religiously. I know you.
I love this. This makes me so
yeah,
happy.
this is your marketing team.
This was the marketing company.
And that was
they dug me in the hole.
But these are lessons, right? Like
lessons
I think we've
that
all
for you to come back
absolutely,
from is you're just like, holy
but
crap,
it's never
like a
yourself.
6-figure mistake. I think I get burnt out because I have 2 kids and I'm a wife. So everyone's like, oh, she works and she's doing this. Like, yes, on top of that, I also cook and clean.
Do you have employees?
Oh, girl, I outsource people. That's been my best friend in the entire world. But now I recently onboarded Ashley, who handles like email marketing and some of our socials. And I have Almas, who's my personal assistant. She helps me with my life.
Love that.
And those 2 do everything. People other than that, I outsource. I talked to someone who was much smarter than me, who sold their company.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at you and I'm like, you have a $1 million company.
Isn't that crazy?
Do you like sit with that?
No. When it happened too, I didn't realize it. And I had told Ivan, I was like, oh my God, we missed this. I was like, that's so depressing in a way that I'm so busy with so many things that I missed this mark. And
no, you need to go back.
I know. I was like, we need to celebrate.
You need to go home and get a cake that says $1 million and eat that shit up.
I know.
Because
I know.
Do you know how you're 32 almost and I haven't made $1 million yet. Maybe between all the companies, but
probably,
not in one
sure.
company. In one company, no. Between all, yeah, but not. That's amazing. Like I think that's so cool. Like, and there's a lot of I'm going to tell your story a little bit from what I know, because there's so many little things that you wrote. You moved into this you had like a crappy apartment at one point, right? And then you moved into like your little dream apartment, and then you moved into this like dream little house of yours. You know, and it was so I remember looking on social media, like even when you lit your candle, you know, it's very much a moment, but like I think you had a candle with like a bust on it. Am I wrong?
Yes.
How do I know your life?
That's insane. I love
it. But because I see those little things and I'm like, just to be able to afford a little candle with a bust, not everyone can do that.
No, and it's a luxury.
It's a luxury to light a candle in your home and to make it feel good for you, for your family. Like,
of course.
People don't get to do that.
Even when I was moving into my beautiful apartment, and that was my dream for me, because when you're growing up where you always are paying for your own apartment, it's not like anything crazy, you know? All I ever focused on was just roof over my head. And now it was kind of a moment where I got to go to the Keys, kind of decide what's going to happen with this business. Mind you, I mean, I came back and I wasn't a mom yet. So I was able to just do whatever I wanted, had my little apartment that didn't mean a lot. I get pregnant, have a baby, and then my whole life changes. And then I'm like, oh, I figured out everything. Everything is so beautiful. Everything is so great. COVID happens. Casa does the best it's ever done during COVID.
Me too.
Right? It was the best I ever did.
Yeah.
And then I start Coffee with Karly. And so all these great things are happening.
Are you bringing that back?
I'm like, yes.
We need you back.
I know.
I have yet to go to one.
I know.
I would like.
I love Coffee with Karly. In person,
I think it's
like
just powerful.
a ceremony. It's honestly just the women getting together.
You've built this very strong brand that people know of, even me. Like everything that's supposed to be with a C is with a K.
Specific.
And it's so it's so on brand. You know, I don't think there's another word for it, but it's so on brand. And I think people know you for that. And I think people also love your brand because your struggle was your superpower.
Yeah. Which is crazy
Like
to this day.
The videos of you with your baby, I remember during
On
COVID with
lives
your
and
baby,
stuff.
selling stuff, fixing, like I remember
I did
these
pop-ups
videos.
with Mav. I went to pop-ups with Maverick in the little Duna. Like I did everything I needed to do. I actually
But
missed.
what made you do, like what internally said, I can do this?
I had
Another
to.
woman who has a baby and like thinks she can't.
I had to. I became a single mom after I thought like, okay, I'm on top of the world. And then I was like, I'm a single mom. Like, what? So now before it was, I just had to provide for myself. Now I had to provide for myself and for Maverick. That was a scary thought because now it was like, if I didn't become everything I thought I could become, I have to go back to work and I take away time from him. And then also like, what do I leave for him and all these things? And oh my God, it's a spiral. When you become a mom, you become scared. Every day I think of like, what if I don't become who like my kids want me to be and who I want to be, you know? And even then, Casa, right? Like Casa has, I would say like 50,000 followers on IG, which a bunch of people think like, hey, that's not a lot of followers.
That is
And
a lot of followers.
For me, I'm like, it's not a lot of followers.
Have you ever bought followers?
No, but we signed up for a company that was supposed to help us with outreach. And I think that messed us up with followers because we synced
get
it with
bots?
our ads. And I got I got like a bunch of like guys who were just checking out like the girls on our page.
Oh, that's weird.
I
So
got a lot
that wasn't
of
your
like,
authentic following.
So that wasn't my authentic following.
Yeah.
And I do regret that we did that. Obviously, like after 2 months, I noticed it. And I was like, I don't like this at all.
I don't think it's about the number.
It's
I
not.
think it's about whoever is following, they need to be consumers,
And
right?
also,
for your
like
brand.
for anyone who's frustrated with IG, just know the whole world is. But on TikTok, we have like 1,200 followers. On IG, sometimes I get 10 likes, and we're still $1 million brand.
And
I just don't
I
think
love that you say that, and
matters.
also I think it's all perspective too. I love those videos that say like, okay, you have 20,000 followers, like that's the
Imagine
Miami
20,000
Heat
people in
Arena.
a room. Yeah,
Like,
it's a
you
big
know what I'm
deal.
saying? Like, that's a really big deal.
It's a big
50,000 followers that are actually following you for your brand. It's a really big deal.
I let go of that logic and that concept when I realized like money was still coming in and I wasn't getting likes or views and things like that because I'm like, I have a whole email list of people that I talk to. I have people that are so connected
love that.
to the brand. And it's part of too why we don't do fun fact, we don't do PR packages with influencers anymore. We do PR packages with our customers, with our angels.
So smart.
Yeah, well, also too, I'm like, I love the idea of someone who's supported my brand for so long, who maybe hasn't been able to pull the trigger on a few pieces because you're being a logical grown-ass
Yeah.
woman, taking care of your bills first or your kids first. And then one day you just open the mail and you're just like, oh my God, I just got like this surprise gift from Casa.
I'm gonna be
So
loyal.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's my way of giving back to the angels that supported us from day one. A lot of them have, I mean, there was a woman this year and she has already purchased 18 times from us. And I just think like, you have to believe in how I believe these pieces make you feel. And if you believe in that, then I want you to basically enjoy this gift that just gives you that extra little light, you know?
I love that.
And
What
yeah,
do your,
it was
what do
what
your
got me through
jewelry
it.
pieces range from?
Well, I would say recently we started adding pieces that start at like $34,
Okay.
which is really inexpensive for gold filled.
Okay.
But now that we're carrying at a little higher quantity,
Yeah.
we're able to bargain our prices a bit
Love
more
that.
when we
Okay.
manufacture. And then they go all the way up to like, I mean, we have some pieces at $500.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay,
we have
wow,
our
that's amazing.
Illuminite necklace
Uh-huh.
that was called Heart of the Ocean, and it's on this gorgeous tennis necklace. We were able to only make like 8 of
Is
them.
that the heart one?
Yes.
Okay.
We were
I
only
know
able
your
to make
stuff.
8.
Are you
I love
proud of
this.
me?
I'm so proud of you. I'm proud
I'm
of
a
you.
fan.
Do you have an earpiece? I'm kidding.
No, I need
giving you
one
that.
though. I know, right?
No, but we had, the Heart of the Ocean, and then we sold 8 pieces in a second. Like we blinked in the end of the day that they were all gone, and that was really
Why
great.
do you think?
I truly believe that the people who follow us believe in what the jewelry does for you. And I think that anyone who thinks that jewelry doesn't kind of like completely transform your aura, I just think you're crazy or you haven't felt it yet. So there are people who come to me when I have a pop-up and they're like, oh, I'm not a jewelry person. And I'm like, give me 10 seconds, sweetheart. Like I'm going to change
Are you
your
a salesperson?
whole life. Yeah. I mean, I was born in sales, but I can sell. You know how they say like ice to an Eskimo? Yes. And the ice machine.
I'm like that,
And the
too.
sled that he already has, that's the same sled. I could sell him a new one.
Do you know that I used to sell earrings in my backpack in high school?
Stop it.
Swear to God, I used to go to the wholesale like Asian people down south.
I love
and
that.
I used to buy their earrings
And flip
I
them in
wanted to make
school?
more. I would flip them in school. Everybody else was selling candy. I was selling earrings.
I used to sell bagels.
Right. That's amazing. But it's like just
Bagels.
like I just remember it was always like I loved making money.
Yeah.
I loved making money.
If there's a way that I can convince someone to care about themselves enough to invest in themselves, it's almost like you're giving them a little superpower, reminding them of who they are.
I love what you're saying right now.
Yes, I
Yes.
did that even with cars.
Like even putting on earrings for you.
it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Even when you're a mom, you forget how important it is to put your hoops on or to put mascara. And when I was with Maverick, I never put hoops on my mascara on. I feel
I
like
love your hoops, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
The bigger the hoop. It's just, they're so good. And those are coming back heavily right now.
You know who inspired these hoops was Millie Bobby Brown when she went on Call Her
Really?
Daddy. Yes. So Millie Bobby Brown went on Call Her Daddy in the cutest outfit, like the low rise denim. And
Yes.
she just
She can
looked
do that,
so
though.
cute. She had the long, gorgeous blonde straight
Yes.
hair with these giant silver hoops.
Yes.
And so I named these hoops the silver lining hoops.
Oh, I
Because
would have called it the bigger the hoop.
Oh, well, we already have one called that.
Oh, you do?
We
Okay,
have the
cool.
MLB wife,
I
the
love
NBA
that.
wife.
Yes.
The NBA wife is like
I
a very
love
Khloe
it.
Kardashian.
And I think also
you know?
the way you think of everything, the names, they're fun. Like
There's a
you have
lot.
fun with your brand. Can I
Yeah,
attest
I
that,
do,
to that? I think I just
100%.
feel like
Even the way our pieces are, like with the evil eyes and things like that, I always say it's like this very whimsical luxury where the pieces might cost a lot, but the one thing I focus on whenever I look at a piece and I'm like, okay, we made this piece, like, are we gonna invest and go in on this piece or not? Is when I look at it and I say like, would this turn every single person's head in a restaurant if I walked in with them?
I need these hoops. I can't stop
Yes.
looking at you.
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
obsessed.
Thank you.
Are they available now
Yes,
on the
they
site?
are. They are. Silver
these
lining
are
hoops.
called?
The silver lining hoops.
The silver line. I'm getting them.
And they're very
today.
inexpensive. I'm pretty sure these are under $40.
That's
Insane.
incredible.
I know. We work
okay,
really
guys,
hard.
CasaKarly.com with K's.
Yes, with case. But yeah, sometimes I will literally send a girl outside and have her walk inside with the earrings and just stare at her and be like, would I look at her?
Would I turn
You
my
know?
head? That's so smart. I love how
Yeah.
you think about things.
It's got to be
You're
something that makes you
intentional.
special. Yes.
Yeah.
And my manufacturer will tell me, Karly, come here. This chain is flying. You need to do something with this chain.
Wow.
And then I go, I don't want it.
Do you have a good team, like good manufacturers?
Yes. I love them.
that.
I've been with
Oh,
them for 6
amazing.
years now.
Beautiful.
So, and I always tell him, I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want it. If it's doing good with every brand, I don't want it because I don't want somebody to look up and then they're wearing the same piece and it be from two totally different brands. I hate that. Like, I want something that people look and they go, are those Casa? And they're like, yes, they're Casa.
Is there something on your pieces that mentions it's Casa? Like, do you have a K on it or?
On our extenders, like on this extender that I have here,
You'll have the- okay,
I have
cool.
a dollar sign.
Oh, dope.
I usually do dollar signs or evil eyes. And
Okay.
then those are kind of like the things that you can see that say like, oh, it's
That's
kind
Casa.
of a Casa piece.
Why
Yeah.
dollar signs? And
I just think
evil
it's
eye?
like a little way to just always remind yourself to attract money, wealth,
Yes.
abundance.
Yes.
It was something that I had to believe in. I had to be a little insane to believe that maybe I could make this brand
Absolutely.
something.
Is there something that you
No.
did to say like, I want to hit this $1 million mark, or did you just keep going?
No, I just kept going.
Okay, so like you didn't manifest, like, or write yourself a check, like some people write themselves a check.
Before COVID, my dad for Christmas gave me a card and it had $100 in it. And every Christmas, I used to look forward to those cards because your
So
girl
$100.
needed the freaking money.
Yes.
And so I took the $100, and at the time, I could have definitely used that $100. It would have been amazing for me. But instead, I put it up and I said, my goal is to never have to use this $100 or any $100 that my dad gives me. Like, I just was like, I'm not going to use it. And so in some of my videos, you can actually see the $100 in the background, and I just kept it. And I was like, my goal is that I don't want to need this. Like, I don't want $100 to me to be like, thank God I found this, because I want it to have meaning. I want it to have value, but I just didn't want to struggle the way I struggled anymore. Like, my whole childhood was struggle. My adulthood was struggle. And then I'm like, oh, everything's great again. And then I'm like, now I'm a single mom. Everything always felt like I took 10 steps forward and 30 backwards.
Okay, but wait, your struggles, would
Yeah.
you say that they turned into your biggest superpowers?
Yeah, somebody wrote to me like God gives the struggles to the people that can handle them. And
right.
sometimes I've had conversations like, why do you think I can handle this? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm built for this.
But you did.
I did handle it. And I do think It's for my kids. I'm a cycle breaker. 100%. Like if you look at my family, you're like, okay, this one's the cycle breaker. You can see it. And a lot of people don't know this, but my sisters are not my blood. I don't know if you know this.
I had no idea.
So my sisters are not my blood, and I only have one blood brother, and my other brother is not blood either. I grew up in like this very chaotic type of upbringing where my mom left when I was like 6 months. And so my dad had full custody, and then they went into a custody battle over the two of us. And it was like a he said, she said of basically like abuse and all this other trauma. The court took us away and they put us into a housing facility. And another family that my dad went to and was like, please go get my kids, grabbed us when we were like infants, basically, took us in, and then we grew up with their kids while my dad
So those are your
fought
sisters.
for us back. And those are my sisters.
Wow.
So while my dad was in court fighting for us back, he eventually got full custody back of us. I went back to my dad, and then my dad was only 2 doors down. So I
never knew this about you.
I grew up in both households. Like my mom, who I'm like, oh, this is my mom. Everyone is always like, we look alike, but we're not blood. And she's Dominican, and all my sisters are Dominican. And so you see me and you're like, oh, she's una gringa. Like she's definitely not Dominican. But you look at my sisters and all of them have blonde hair, green, blue eyes. Like
What
you
is
would
your
never
background?
think. I'm actually Bahamian. Like my
Really?
bloodline is from the Bahamas.
Wow.
And we have no idea where my dad is. My dad was adopted. So we don't know his nationality, but he looks Italian.
I love how you say
very
you're a
black
cycle
hair.
breaker. I can now, listening to all of this, I can see how that.
Yes. It was very different. And my mom and I had, like my biological mom and I had this very, very estranged relationship growing up because I felt like it was hard for me to get close to her. And
Even
then
still?
sometimes it's hard. Now we have more of a relationship because I feel that through a lot of therapy, I was kind of able to understand that the things that she might have gone through could have been like postpartum that nobody, assessed
to,
correctly,
or
or things that she was going through from her own upbringing that no one was really there for her. And it was hard when you become a mom. You're like, I don't respect how you guys had me living, because I was in a very abusive situation, and I grew up with alcoholism being something that I fought, and going back and forth between houses and who was basically like my caretaker. So the family that took me in, my mom and my sisters, they were my stability. They were like, that's why to this day people would say like, oh, they're neighbors. And I was like, fuck you.
Yes.
They have legal guardianship over me.
Absolutely.
Like they housed me when I was a child. That's my
This
family.
is your family.
This is my
Absolutely.
family. And
Would you say that they're your biggest inspiration?
I wouldn't say my inspiration, but I do think that they believed in me so much that it was like, I can't let them down.
They're your driving force.
The focus of like, oh, I've got to do it because these people didn't believe in me. I'm like, what about just proving the people who did believe in you right?
Yes.
Like, what about just creating the path that everybody knew that you could have,
what
and
is
that was
your biggest inspiration now?
my kids.
Yeah.
My kids.
Why?
Like I look at Ivy. So having a daughter is crazy.
Yeah.
And I look at Ivy and I look at Mav, and Maverick will tell me like, I want to be an astronaut. And the next day it's a race car driver. And the next day he wants to be like his dad in the music industry. And I tell him, I'm like, you can do all these things. And then he sees Ivan who does jujitsu. And then some days he's like, I just want to do jujitsu. And I'm like, do it, change it up, figure it out. I was a million things before I became who I am today.
I
And
love that you say that.
yeah, I mean,
so good.
A few months ago, I bought a hair salon. And people were like, what the fuck? You bought a hair salon? I'm like, yeah, I did.
Why did you do that?
Because it was something that was a part of Pinecrest forever, which is where I grew up.
Yeah.
And
Financially, it made sense.
it made sense.
Okay.
It was a
so
smart
it was a
move.
business move.
It was a business move. It
Okay.
was a smart move. And I was like, you know what? I like this. And it was a place that I could have within my roots where I always wanted to be. Ivan and I want to buy a home in Pinecrest, which good luck, $5-6 million now.
Yep.
And the mortgage, I can't wrap my head around anyway. Even if it's like a $2 million house, I'm like, this is absolutely absurd. I can't. So we had the money to buy a house, and I was like, what if we bought a hair salon? And my husband with no hair was like, excuse me, I'm bald.
Yeah,
like,
that's
wait, why
hilarious.
are we doing this? And I was like, I believe in it and blah, blah, blah. And now in that same
And
shopping
you went
center.
with your gut.
Yeah, in that same shopping center, we're opening offices.
So there you go.
The studio offices.
Everything happens for a reason.
You got to be okay with being so many different people.
Yeah.
And you have to be okay with pivoting as an entrepreneur.
I love
like
that.
I'm never married to any of my
Me
ideas.
either. Ever.
I could be like, hey, we all have to get on a plane and go to Vegas. And then the night before realize it's a bad idea. I'll call everyone without shame and be like, I realize this was a bad idea. We can't do it. We'll lose money. And I don't mind because it's like, I'm not worried about how people
you're
saw
confident
me.
in yourself.
Yeah. And if people on Instagram are like, look at this girl, she's like constantly changing her mind. You do it.
Yeah, you do.
Show me your brand. You do it. You make better decisions. You make and if you can, then by all means. But I'm out here winging it. I don't
Yes.
have anyone to run stuff
Yes.
by. You've got to like trial and error it out, you know?
So if there's one thing you can leave our listeners with today, what would it be?
Just don't take life so serious. Wants to be an influencer. Everyone wants to have like this crazy life and I'll manifest and I've got to wake up at 4 a.m. for the gym. I mean, I do that because I have kids, but I don't think it's that serious. I think you can also just free flow and follow your heart and be able to go with whichever way the wind takes you. And you'll get to your point, like I got to mine without even noticing, where I was like, holy shit, like look what we've done, you know? I just don't think things have to be so serious.
It's
and
so
just
good.
Enjoy life, you know?
Yeah. I think that's where I'm at.
And have matcha downstairs.
Yep, that's right.
And
Thank
have
you so
matcha.
much.
Thank you for having me.
You're just amazing. And so you know, like I'm a fan. Like I watch you and I'm like, this girl is just doing it. And we've known each other a long time now.
A long time.
And how many years would you say? 5? No,
It's
how
been-
old's
yeah,
Mav?
5.
5
Mav's
years.
5, so it's been 5 years.
So 5 years. And like you're just keep going.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And can I do an announcement before we pop
please
off?
do.
So Ivan and I had Como, my baby with my stepdad.
Yes.
Okay. So when he passed away, I stopped doing it. And recently, I mean, I've had so many people that we've made really cool pieces for. NDAs suck because you can't post any of your work, right? But we've done such cool pieces. And I had a talk with Ivan. I was like, I think I'm ready again to go back to like my estate pieces and my solid gold and my
Yes.
diamonds and stuff.
I have chills all over my body. I don't even know what you're going to tell me.
Yeah, this holiday season, we will be back in Ocean Reef at our store.
Stop it now.
I know. I'm very excited. And Ivan and I will actually be running Como together. So I don't have my
Wow.
stepdad, but I have my husband. And
I
I'm
love
excited
that.
about that.
He's always with you, your stepdad.
I know. Before I get emotional.
Yep. We can't end this episode without it.
No, I know. So I'm excited. So look out for us. We're probably going to be at like a polo event coming up. Hint, hint, hint.
That's
hint.
amazing.
And two.
So you guys will
Keep
have
an
a
eye
shop
out.
over there.
Yeah, we're going to have our shop. So you can actually fly in on your private jet and see us, or you can have a
Perfect. I can't
some
wait
champagne.
till
I'll
there's
pick you
a
up on
private
golf
jet
cart.
that says K on it and you invite me on it.
Oh yeah, we have to. This has to.
Can't
happen.
wait. I'll be there.
We'll do it. We'll do a
I'll
podcast
be there.
episode
Yeah, there you go. On the plane.
on the plane.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I'm just so excited to have you guys here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure to tune in on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or YouTube, whatever you choose.